from SimplyPodLogical. Do you remember going to your first college party? Ooh, did you go to any of those college parties, Chris? I think I went to my first college party when I was still in high school. I had a bunch of friends in the year.
Aren't you cool?
Not really. I mean, actually, in a weird way, I partied the most the summer between high school and university because it was kind of a celebration. High school's over.
Yeah.
But I was also friends with some of the kids the year ahead of me who already would have been going to university. So I'm pretty sure I went to a few college parties before.
I remember I partied a lot.
Yeah,
I think I've intimated that in the past and I've shown like pictures.
Yeah.
But I had moved away, so I feel like that experience is different than someone who's living at home.
Sure.
But Frosh Week was like 2 weeks long.
Yeah.
And it was just getting drunk every single night. And then you'd start again at 2 p.m. the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like looking back, it's a pretty unhealthy
Absolutely.
student culture of like binge drinking, right?
Yeah. It's really bad. And I think that's why I, over time, like within 3 or 4 years, developed migraines every time I would drink. Like I just got a horrible migraine.
You can't drink now without getting headaches. So.
I do drink occasionally, but it's like a couple drinks and it's very rarely. But it just gives me a headache, and I think it's from all that drinking in my first college party. No, not just the first.
So wait, was it going to like a lot of house parties, or was it more going out to the bars and clubs?
It was all three. Like it was just nonstop.
All of the above.
We started pre-drinking at 2 p.m. like during Frosh weeks plural. In our residence. So like on the floor, people were just drinking, running around between each other's rooms. Like they were all co-ed floors. So it was just a bunch of like everyone partying together, getting drunk. And then we'd go to a bar and Quebec has a lower age limit for the legal drinking age. So you only had to be 18. So instead of 19 here in Ontario, so we just go like 10 minutes across the border. It's not very far from where we were anyways. And everyone would go to that bar. But then there was also keggers at like frat houses that I'd go to that were near Carleton, our university at the time. And it was just like wild.
Was it like my memory of those parties though? Like I think you have this idea in your head from movies and stuff of what they are. But like the most fun I had at parties had more to do with, you know, just going with people you knew and having like a friend group there. Parties were really weird if you would show up and not really know people there. And it's just like sort of rager and everyone's drinking. But like they could be kind of depressing in a way
I feel like we have the opposite experience because me and like a couple friends that I had newly made in residence, obviously we don't know anyone because we're all just kind of thrown there from around Ontario or across Canada.
Sure.
So we're all kind of all new.
But you're not the type of person to go up and start talking to strangers.
No, but I had met like a couple friends on my floor and become good friends with them. And then we'd kind of like meet more people and groups would just expand. But as a group, as a small group, we would go to other small groups who were also new. So I feel like living on campus, you're more likely to find a bunch of people who are just open to meeting new people and going to giant parties or bars with a bunch of people they just met because they've all just moved away and we don't really have like core friend groups yet. Whereas you're coming from high school and you've had those friends for 4 years.
Maybe. I just feel like most people over the course of undergrad eventually realize like, I don't want to go out drinking every night.
Yeah.
And I feel like for me, that happened very quickly and I was just sort of over it. And it was always sort of weird when there were people who wanted to go to the club all the time. I always thought that was kind of strange. And it like could eventually actually be a problem if you feel like you need to go to the bar every weekend, you know?
I mean,
we saw that in grad school
fun
too. People in grad school drank a lot as well. And that was sort of the culture. Like after a seminar, we'd all go to the bar on campus and have a drink and keep talking about the lecture. And that's fine. But like I was sitting there being like, I don't really have to be drinking and destroying my liver to like hang out with people and have a conversation. It was almost like a social crutch.
Yeah, I think I remember that too. But I don't know if anyone like required people to be drunk or drinking to be there. It's not like that was a prerequisite for showing up at the party. Like
no, but I guess like if you show up to a bar and not drink, I guess sometimes you feel a little bit out of place. But
yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Anyways, wild college parties.
Anyway, you don't
For me, not
have
then.
to drink to have fun. How about that?